Come Giù. Certo. Oh. Sí, por favor. Es su lugar, es su lugar, es su lugar. No salgan, no salgan. Es su lugar.
The ancestors of these lands, los ancestros de esa tierra, we have joined the north and the south. Hemos conectado al norte y al sur. In the land of the Wampanoag. En la tierra de los Wampanoag.
Oh.
We do this land proud.
Y damos orgullo a la tierra acá.
We do this land well.
Y lo damos bien.
These things will always be remembered when we pass.
Cuando nos fallecemos, siempre se van a acordar de esos actos.
And we will be here like those departed souls.
Y vamos a permanecer aquí nosotros como los espíritus ya que han salido.
Today felt like the first day of the sun dance.
Hoy se sintió como el primer día de la danza del sol.
No.
I was prepared to go for 4 days.
Estaba preparado para seguir los 4 días.
Somebody won my mainspring.
Está hecho ya.
Got me going.
Se arrancó.
We went out this morning
Mañana salimos
to the forest
al bosque,
of what we call the cedar swamp,
lo que llamamos la ciénaga del cedro,
to collect the sacred cedar.
a recolectar el cedro sagrado.
It is the burnt offering of the Six Nation people.
Es lo que queman las 6 naciones.
We gathered new doorposts of cedar
Colocamos esos postes para las puertas de cedro
to replace those who had already finished their task.
para reemplazar los que ya han terminado con sus tareas.
Beautiful things happened when we went out to gather them.
Bonitas cosas sucedieron cuando íbamos a ir para la recolecta.
We looked for the dead and the dying.
Buscamos siempre los que están por morir o ya muertos,
Not to take the live and healthy tree,
para no tomar los vivos de buena salud,
but those who were ready to pass on,
pero los que iban ya por salir
and we gave them new life.
y dimos vida nueva,
They will live here in this circle,
que van a vivir aquí, adentro de este círculo,
replanted without roots,
replantado pero sin raíces,
but they will take root here.
pero sí, se van a tener sus raíces acá.
They will receive the flesh offering of
Y
those
van a recibir
who offer this day.
la ofrenda de piel que quienes lo ofrecen hoy.
While we were out there,
Cuando estuvimos allá,
I got a message
se dio un mensaje al gato
to gather some smaller saplings,
para recolectar unas ramas de cedro,
the children of these ones,
los hijos de esos postes de cedro.
I wanted a gift to the people from Mexico.
Quiso dar un regalo a la gente de México.
And what I came up with
Y lo que consiguió
was to gather these small boughs
era para colocar esas ramas
and form them in a sacred hoop.
y formarlos en un anillo sagrado.
I will give one to each of those from Mexico,
Va a entregar uno a cada quien de México
and they may decorate it as they wish.
y lo pueden adornar como quieran.
A prayer hoop,
Es para rezar, un anillo de reza.
another beautiful thing sacrificed its life for us.
Otra cosa muy bonita, se hizo su sacrificio para nosotros.
As I walked back to the truck,
Cuando estaba regresando a la camioneta,
I saw something struggling, something beautiful
vio
on
agua
the road,
luchando allá en el camino
and I walked up to it.
y se acercó.
On its back was a beautiful butterfly.
Era una
Mariposa.
era mariposa.
He handles them well. He never knows what to expect.
No que se esperar.
I knelt before it
Se agachó
and spoke to it.
y habló.
What is wrong?
¿Qué te pasa? Dijo.
It was on its back.
Estaba allí por la espalda.
I saw the underside of beautiful decoration.
Entonces vio la belleza que tiene de frente.
And I knelt and turned it over on its feet
Se agachó y lo volteó
and said, can you fly?
y preguntó si podría volar la mariposa.
And it tried, it struggled,
Entonces
it crawled,
luchó.
and I knew it was passing on.
Él sabía que iba por fallecer.
And what I saw in that beautiful butterfly
Y lo que vio en esta mariposa tan bella
was a beautiful lady from Mexico
era una dama
who offered the smudge for us.
bonita de México que
These
ofreció
two
el
days.
oro para nosotros esos 2 días.
Yahweh.
The same beauty in that butterfly I saw
La mera
immediately.
belleza vio en la mariposa que en de ella
It was for this lady
era para ella, esta dama, esta señora,
who carries herself with grace and dignity,
que la porta con mucha gracia y
as
dignidad,
all of them that came here
como
do.
portan todos que han venido de México, como hacen todo.
I want to break that kind of spirit.
Nadie puede aplastar esta clase de espíritu.
And I would ask the ladies to come forward first
Y quiere pedir que se acerquen primeramente las damas
in respect for the greatest strength
en respecto para su fuerza mayor
of our nation,
de nuestras naciones.
that gentle and soft strength
Son gentiles, esta energía gentil y suave
that they show and demonstrate to us every
que
day.
demuestran a nosotros todos los días.
I would ask them to come
Que se
forward
acercan,
now.
por favor, ahora,
Las mujeres, déjalo.
las mujeres de México.
Pásenle, pásenle, pásenle para allá.
I would ask the other representatives from Mexico to come forward.
Y ahora los demás representantes de México que se acercan, por favor.
Por la puerta amarilla. La puerta amarilla. Entra por la puerta amarilla.
We call the trees the standing ones.
Llamamos a los árboles los que se paran.
The green represents everlasting life,
El verde representa la vida que dura para siempre.
and it is used in burial
Se usa en los entierros
and naming ceremony
y ceremonias de nombre, de nombración,
and wedding.
y en casamientos.
And it is given in respect to everlasting life.
Se hace la entrega con respecto a la vida eterna.
I would like to start with my grandfather, Laciela.
Quiere empezar con el abuelo Tlaquelo,
Oh.
su abuelo.
one time that I shook hands with a man from someplace.
Hace un rato tomaron las manos de un amigo desconocido en esta forma, esta manera.
And I took his hand this way.
Lo tomó así primero
And he said, this is the way
y él dijo,
we do in my land.
así es como lo hacemos
We
nosotros en mi
take
tierra.
each other's pulse,
Agarramos los pulsos de cada quien.
and we can read a man's feelings,
Podemos leer
a person's feelings, by the beat of that pulse.
el sentir por el pulso del
And-
amigo,
And
del
tell
cuate,
the sincerity
y medir la sinceridad
of that contact.
del contacto.
No. No.
Run.
Estoy grande.
For a big heart.
Grande para un gran corazón. Thank you.
I'd like to ask Karen,
Come.
and Big Toe. Give me one more to suit your character. Uh-huh.
Dedo grande.
One of my wife's people, Nahagatsa,
Nahaganset, la misma
Big Toe.
nación de su esposa. Dedo grande, dedote, lo llamamos en mexicano,
En español.
en español, mejor dicho.
I want to find one that looks like you. How about Yahweh? One song. Forest of the Wampanoag.
El bosque de los Wampanoag.
También por Patricia.
We took what we needed and no more, but I seem to have two extra.
Tomamos nada más que lo necesitamos, pero sobran dos.
I can't count anyway. There is a lady with us from that color
Hay una señora con nosotros de este color
from the south
en el sur
who has joined the people in Mexico
que ha estado con la gente en México
to help, and I'd like to ask her to come and receive one.
y que viniera para recibir.
My Comanche relative, Kenneth Atakani.
Mi compañero Comanche, Kenneth, Atakni.
I want to thank all of you for
Quiero agradecer a todos ustedes
the beautiful weekend,
para un fin de semana bonita,
one that gave me great spiritual strength,
una que le dio mucho esfuerzo espiritual,
a strength that will last until Thursday,
la fuerza que va a aguantar hasta jueves,
when we begin our first Sundance here.
cuando empezamos la danza acá.
We've already awakened the spirit of ourselves
Ya nos hemos despertado en nuestros espíritus
and all the life forms that surround us.
y de las vidas que nos rodean.
And I say, Walale is my language. Gracias.
En
Thank
su
all of
idioma,
you for
Walale,
coming.
gracias.
You all make it possible.
Gracias por haber venido. Ustedes lo facilitan la ceremonia.
I would also like to offer my thanks to those who came with me
Quiero ofrecer también gracias a los que han
to
venido
gather these things,
para traer estas cosas.
and the labor and love and respect they put into forming these wreaths.
Por su labor respecto en formar esos anillos.
My heart is very full.
Su corazón está lleno.
I don't believe I can express in words the love I have for all of you.
No puede expresar en palabras el amor que tiene para todos ustedes.
There is the fruit of our labor there.
Ahí está la fruta de nuestras labores.
Your labor, your love.
La labor de todos, todo el amor de ustedes.
It shows that we can live as one people in a community
Demuestra que podemos vivir como un solo gente en comunidad.
and each one contribute whatever they can
Y que cada quien puede contribuir lo que pueda
in whatever capacity
en cualquier capacidad
to make a whole.
para hacer algo completo, entero,
To make anything possible.
así todo sea posible.
Excuse my language. I pay for the past, present, and future generations
Reza para las generaciones pasado, presente y futuro
of all indigenous people.
de toda la gente indígena.
Oh,
Stay there, please.
Okay.
Now that I have you here.
Ahora que están presentes ustedes,
I'm Windsong,
soy Canto Viento.
and I was blessed with this sage from the sun dance at Cannonball.
Me bendicieron con este salvia que viene de la danza del sol en Cannonball.
Some good friends of mine brought this to me.
Buenos amigos me lo han traído.
The roots are still here.
Los
Yep.
raíces todavía están
They're alive plants
vivos
in water,
en agua,
precious water.
agua preciosa.
And I would like to present this to my friends from the south.
Yo quiero
And all of
presentar
my
eso a los
friends
amigos
here.
del sur.
Oh.
don't want to be known as a chief.
No quiere que se conoce como jefe.
I just want to be known as the caretaker of this beautiful Wampanoag reservation.
Quiere conocerse como quien se responsabiliza de conservar esta preservación tan bonita de los Wampanoag.
We were blessed to have this land,
Que nos bendicieron para tener esta tierra,
to have such a beautiful 3 days on.
para tener esos bonitos 3 días.
And hopefully we'll have next week to bless this land and all the people all over the world.
Tenemos las esperanzas por la semana que entra tener esta tierra para hacer bendiciones para todo el mundo, toda la gente.
And all the living things, the trees and the birds and the plants,
Todas las cosas vivientes, los animales, las plantas,
the fish,
las aves, los pescados,
everything of beautiful color.
todo que color bonita.
Our ancestors lived on this land. My ancestors was from here.
Nuestros ancestros, mis propios ancestros, eran de aquí, vivieron acá,
And their spirits are still here.
y sus espíritus aquí permanecen.
I know their spirits are very happy to have all of the people back
Yo sé que esos espíritus son felices para tener otra vez la gente aquí,
doing things in a sacred manner.
haciendo las cosas en forma sagrada.
As long as everybody treats the land and the place in a sacred manner,
Siempre la gente trata bien,
that's
en
all
forma
the
sagrada
Creator,
la
I
tierra.
know, asks for from all of us.
Es lo único que nos pide el Creador.
I hope all of you leave with good feelings and good thoughts
Espero que todos salgan con buenos pensamientos.
and a warm heart for the Wampanoag people
Y corazones
for allowing you to
que
come
abren
here.
para la gente de Wampanoag para dejar entrar aquí ustedes.
We'll try to make you as comfortable as we can.
Vamos a intentar hacerles más cómodo que podamos.
I'm just a caretaker.
Él nada más cuida acá.
Thank you.
Gracias.
I'd like to share something with all you folks that are here.
Quiere compartir algo con todos ustedes aquí reunidos.
Recently, I lost one of my dear brothers,
Recientemente falleció uno de mis queridos hermanos
and during the pipe ceremony,
y entre la ceremonia de pipa
I asked the Creator to give me a sign
pidió al Creador que nos dé un señal
that my prayer was sent
que se recibió su reza
from my heart,
de su corazón,
from my spirit,
de su espíritu,
from my whole being.
de su ser entero.
I saw one sign on the tree. It was a beetle, a
Vio
black beetle on the tree.
un señal ahí en el árbol que
And
fue
I was thankful
el
for that.
escarabajo. Dio gracias.
Then
Luego,
on the bottom of my feet,
debajo de sus pies,
a little critter was pushing
una
very hard.
criatura estaba ahí empujando fuertemente.
It was a rainbow beetle.
Fue un escarabajo de arco iris
It represents all the colors.
que representa todos los colores.
And I said, this is what he sent me.
Entonces, dio que este fue el mensaje que dio el Creador.
Un memento. When we listen to Tilakiel talk,
Cuando escuchamos a Tlaquel,
don't let them words leave your mind and your spirit.
y no dejen que se pierdan sus palabras, a sus
These are very
espíritus.
important times that we're living in.
Son tiempos importantísimos en los cuales vivimos.
We're at the end of a cycle.
Estamos al fin de un ciclo.
And if we don't hold fast to the spirituality that we're given,
Si no mantenemos la espiritualidad que nos han dado,
we're going to be lost forever.
que nos perdemos para siempre.
When you listen to Tilakiel,
Cuando escuchan a Tlacael,
remember that he is a spiritual person, a spiritual being.
recuerden que es un ser espiritual.
And he wants you to react to that spirituality.
Él quiere que ustedes reaccionen a su espiritualidad.
He shows humility in all he
Él
does.
demuestra humildad en todo que hace.
And we should learn that lesson.
Y
Tilakiel.
debemos de tomar esta lección.
It's not easy sometimes living in this world.
No No es fácil de vez en cuando vivir en este mundo,
with all the crime and things that are going on,
con los crímenes y todo lo que sucede.
to hold your head up high.
Es difícil andar con la cabeza arriba,
But more than ever,
pero más que nada,
we have to hold our head up high
lo tenemos que levantarnos alto,
and reach out to our brothers and sisters
acercarnos a nuestros hermanos y hermanas,
and help to make, so they can make it in this new world.
para que ellos también lo puedan llevar a cabo aquí en este mundo.
Time is short.
Tiempo es corto.
If your heart is ready
Si están preparados sus corazones
and your spirit is strong,
y sus espíritus están fuertes,
pass that message on that Tilakiel is giving us.
entonces pasa el mensaje que nos da Tlacaela.
Thank you very much.
Oh. Yahweh. Gracias a todos
Thanks to everyone
por su presencia aquí,
for your presence here,
por el amor
for the love
que tienen en sus corazones,
which you have in your hearts,
por la comprensión
for your comprehension
que han demostrado,
which you have demonstrated,
por respeto
for respect
a nuestras tradiciones,
for our traditions,
a nuestras ceremonias,
for our ceremonies,
que no son de nosotros,
which are not ours.
son de toda la humanidad,
They belong to all
son de
humanity.
ustedes.
They belong to you.
El Espíritu,
The Spirit,
el Gran Espíritu,
the Great Spirit,
está en todos nosotros,
is within all of us.
aunque lo recibamos con diferentes nombres,
Even though we receive it with different names,
es el mismo,
it is the same.
nada más que no tiene forma de hombre.
It's just that it does not have man's form.
Él está en el hombre
He is within man,
como están todos los animales,
as within all animals,
en todas las formas de vida,
in all of the forms of life.
que todo lo que existe
Because all that exists
es por la voluntad de Él.
is through his will.
Nosotros vamos de paso,
We go step by step,
como dijo mi hermano,
as my brother said,
un poquito de tiempo.
just a little time.
Así venimos a este mundo,
We came here to this world
como un pájaro,
like a little bird
llega en la tarde
that arrives in the
a
afternoon
las ramas de un árbol
in the branches of a tree
a pasar la noche,
to spend the night.
y luego viene el sol.
And then the sun comes up.
Es como cuando dejamos esta vida
It is like when we leave behind this life
y entramos a otro mundo,
and we enter into another world,
el mundo de verdad,
the world of truth,
el mundo de luz,
the world of light,
donde no hay tantas pruebas como aquí.
where there are not so many tests as here,
Que esto es nada más como un paisaje que está pintado.
because this is like a painted canvas.
El mundo verdadero
The true world
está del otro lado.
is on the other side.
Allá nos espera el gran espíritu
Oh.
amoroso.
And there the loving, great Spirit awaits us.
Trabajemos entonces aquí este corto tiempo que tenemos.
So we work here, the short time that we have here.
Llevemos el mensaje
We have the message
de paz,
of peace,
de amor,
of love,
de esperanza
of hope
para el futuro.
for the future.
Aceptemos con dignidad
And we accept with dignity
todo lo que tengamos que padecer en esta vida
all that we have to incur in this life
para poder pasar a la siguiente.
to be able to pass on to that which comes.
No olvidemos
Don't forget
que todos tenemos que dejar esto.
that we must all leave this behind.
Y en los últimos momentos en que existimos aquí,
And in the last moments of our existence here,
hacemos un análisis, recordamos todo lo que hicimos en la
we
vida
make an analysis. We remember everything that's happened in our lives.
y nos llevamos
And we take with us
la amargura
that hatred, the bitterness,
de que no hicimos nada.
that we haven't done anything.
Algunos se llevarán algo, una satisfacción
Some may take with them some form of satisfaction
de que trataron de hacer algo
that they tried to do something
para toda la gente.
for all the people.
Y algunos se llevarán una enorme felicidad.
And some will take an enormous happiness.
Lo hice,
I did this.
trabajé,
I worked.
entregué mi vida,
I gave my whole
mi
life,
amor,
my love,
para que fuera menos pesado
that it would be less heavy,
mi paso por esta existencia.
my passing through this existence.
No tenemos que tener miedo a la muerte,
We must not fear death,
porque ella es la liberación.
because it is the liberation.
Cuando dejemos este cuerpo,
When we leave behind the body,
esta parte que ahora está hablando,
the part that's talking now,
lo que está inspirando estas palabras,
what is inspiring these words,
no es este cuerpo que ven,
it's not the body that you see.
es el espíritu que está prisionero aquí dentro de este cuerpo.
It's the spirit that is prisoner within the body.
Y cuando pase esta noche,
And when this night ends,
vamos a ser libres
we shall be free
en un mundo de luz,
in a world of
un
light,
mundo hermoso.
a beautiful world.
Por eso veneramos a la Madre Muerte.
For this reason, we venerate to Mother Death.
Ella es la liberación.
She is the liberation.
Un mundo nuevo,
A new world,
un mundo mejor.
a better world.
Pero mientras estemos aquí,
Meanwhile that we are here,
tengamos fuerza,
we must be strong,
valor.
be valiant.
No importa que tengamos hambre,
It's not important if we're hungry.
no importa que tengamos sed,
It's not important if we're thirsty.
no nos debe importar el dolor,
We should not worry about having
no
pain.
debe caer en nuestro corazón la desesperanza,
We should not lose hope in our hearts.
que siempre pensemos que podemos ser mejores,
We can always think that we
que
can
podemos
always
ser
better
útiles
things
para los demás,
and that we must be useful for the rest.
a los hermanos que están en el mundo de las drogas,
For those brothers on the road of drugs,
o en el camino del alcohol,
the road of alcohol,
o en los vicios,
or with the other vices,
en todas esas cosas que hacen degradante la vida de un hombre.
and all these things which are degrading for a human's life.
Pidamos por los hermanos que están en la prisión,
We pray for those brothers who are in prison,
porque quizás
because maybe
hay algunos inocentes ahí.
there may be some innocent ones there.
Pensemos que todos nosotros hemos hecho cosas negativas.
We know that all of us have done some negative things.
No hay ninguno de nosotros que no haya hecho algo negativo
There is not one of us here who has not
Durante
done
su vida.
something negative during his life
por su inexperiencia,
or in his experience
por los malos ejemplos,
of bad examples,
por las circunstancias.
for circumstances.
Hemos cometido algunas cosas
We have all committed
que
some things,
merecíamos la cárcel,
and maybe it could be us in jail,
pero tuvimos la suerte que no nos vieran,
but they had the luck that they
que
didn't
no
see
nos
us,
agarrara la justicia.
that justice
Por
didn't
eso
grab
estamos
hold of us,
libres.
and for this
Los
reason
otros
we are
hermanos no
free.
tuvieron la misma suerte que nosotros.
We could have had the same luck as the others.
No olvidemos que somos seres humanos,
We forget that we are human beings
con defectos,
with defects
con vicios,
and
con
vices
pasiones,
and passions,
porque somos seres humanos,
because we are human beings,
porque somos imperfectos,
because we are imperfect,
que ahora sabemos que tenemos que buscar la perfección
because we know now that we must search for perfection
por medio de la superación personal.
by means of personal going forward.
Estas son las palabras de los abuelos.
These are the words of the ancestors.
Tenemos que ser fuertes.
We must be strong.
El gran espíritu,
The Great Spirit,
Teo,
Deot,
quiere a las gentes fuertes.
loves the strong ones,
La gente valiente,
the valiant people,
la gente que es capaz de hacer un sacrificio,
the people capable of making sacrifice,
es la gente que quiere gran espíritu.
the people that love the Great
La gente
Spirit,
señalada
the signed ones, the signaled ones,
para que los demás lo tomen como ejemplo.
so that the others may see them as examples.
Decía un abuelo,
There was a grandfather,
cuando todo estaba perdido,
and when all was lost,
cuando los invasores tenían toda la fuerza militar,
when the invaders had the military advantage,
cuando todo estaba perdido,
when all was lost,
y únicamente nos quedaba el honor.
the only thing that remained was honor.
Reunieron a los últimos ancianos
So they got together all the remaining elders.
y casi niños, otros,
Some were almost children.
se adornaron con sus cosas más lujosas,
And they put on their regalia,
las cosas que más querían, sus símbolos sagrados,
their sacred symbols, the thing which they loved the most.
y se prepararon a morir.
And they prepared to die.
Y ese hombre pasó revista a sus soldados
And this man watched his soldiers pass by in formation.
y les dijo algo
And he said something to them,
que quiero que recordemos todos.
which I wish all of us to remember.
Hermoso día para morir.
A beautiful day to die.
Adelante los fuertes y valientes.
Forward the strong and the valiant ones.
Atrás los débiles y los cobardes.
Behind the weak ones and the cowards.
Yahweh,
Yahweh!
Yahweh, 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 Yahweh. Oh. Vamos a salir
We will now go out
como entramos,
the same way we came in,
con mucho respeto para este lugar sagrado,
with much respect for this sacred
que ha
place.
sido regado con la sangre de valientes,
It has been blessed with the blood of valiant people
porque han superado su miedo.
because they have conquered their fear.
Yo los he sentido
They have felt.
cuando voy a atravesarlos,
I felt this when I'm going to pierce
cómo
them,
late su corazón como un tambor.
how their hearts beat like a drum.
Y cuando hicieron su sacrificio,
And when they made sacrifice,
entra una gran paz
they enter into a great peace,
y la enorme satisfacción,
an enormous
la
satisfaction,
enorme fuerza de decir,
a great strength to say,
lo hice,
I did this,
yo.
me.
Están en un lugar sagrado.
You're in a sacred place.
Aquí estamos,
We are here,
el lugar más sagrado de nuestro planeta,
in the most sacred place on our planet,
esta tierra sagrada,
this sacred earth,
que ha sido bendecida
which has been blessed
con lágrimas,
with tears,
con sudor,
with sweat,
con sangre,
with blood.
en esta ofrenda al Creador.
These are our offerings to the Creator.
Hemos tenido el honor de
We have had the honor
compartir con todos ustedes
of sharing with all of you
este pedacito de tierra,
this small place on the
este
earth,
círculo sagrado,
the sacred circle.
que no es diferente a la demás tierra,
And it's no different than the rest of the land,
pero ha sido señalada por el Gran Espíritu,
but has been selected by the Great Spirit.
para que podamos demostrar nuestro respeto
We must show our respect,
y podamos pasar las pruebas
and we must pass the tests
para ser más fuertes,
to be stronger,
para ser guerreros,
to be warriors,
guerreros de paz,
warriors of peace,
de esperanza,
of hope,
de amor,
of love,
de dignidad.
and dignity.
Normalmente,
Normally,
cuando entramos a este lugar,
when we come into this place,
nos quitamos los zapatos.
we remove our shoes.
Las mujeres entran con vestidos en vez de pantalones.
Women come wearing dresses and not pants.
Esta vez no lo hicimos,
This time we did not do this
porque no pudimos entrar en otro círculo.
because we couldn't enter another circle.
No tenemos pensado esto
We had not thought of this,
para prevenir a ustedes con tiempo,
to see this with forethought,
pero pedimos disculpas al Gran Espíritu.
but we ask for pardon from the great mystery
La culpa de haber cometido ese error
for having committed this error.
es de nosotros,
It is ours,
los que organizamos.
those of us who organized this.
Pedimos disculpas al Gran Espíritu,
We ask for grace from the great mystery,
pero pedimos también
but we also ask
que nos comprenda.
that you understand.
Estamos improvisando.
We are improvising.
Estamos haciendo las cosas como siempre,
We are doing things as always,
como podemos,
the best we may,
como la circunstancia lo permite.
as circumstances permit.
Y no podemos ser exigentes.
We cannot demand.
Gracias
Thank you
por el respeto que han demostrado por esta tierra sagrada.
for the respect that you have
Y por
shown
la
this
ceremonia.
sacred earth, this ceremony.
Gran Espíritu,
Great Spirit,
danos bendiciones,
give us blessings,
danos fuerza,
give us strength,
danos valor,
give us valor,
para no quedarnos a la mitad del camino,
so we don't get stuck halfway on the road,
para que pase la noche
that we may pass the night
y entremos al camino de la luz.
and enter into this road of light.
Oh,
Oh,
siempre te los dice. Te los dice.
Dar gracias a todos.
Tienes que agarrarnos de las manos. pues.
I want to ask you for everybody to grab everybody's hand next to you to form a chain.
para formar una cadena.
Varios círculos, varios círculos.
The various circles.
I'm sorry.
No,
In a stereo. You want to break? I'll do it now. Let's empty our hearts and our minds right now and feel the Mother Earth, the sacred land beneath our feet.
Vaciaremos nuestras mentes y corazones y sentimos la tierra madre debajo de nuestros pies. Ahora,
Let's feel that energy of our brothers and our sisters running through our hands right now.
sentimos la energía de nuestros hermanos y hermanas atravesando el círculo por las manos. Ahora,
Let's feel that circle of life that we are all a part of.
sentiremos este círculo de vida del cual cada quien es una parte.
And when we're away, months away,
Cuando estemos lejos ya en los meses que vienen,
when we hit some hard times or have some bad times,
cuando nos enfrentamos con tiempos difíciles,
let's remember this moment here, this beautiful moment,
este momento bonito aquí,
and all the beautiful spirits that are here,
y todos los espíritus bonitos que están aquí presentes,
and how we're joining our energy here in this sacred circle.
y cómo estamos juntando la energía aquí en este círculo sagrado.
And now,
Y ahora,
Beto is going to lead us out of the circle
Alberto nos va a guiar
in a spiral like the serpent.
en una espiral como serpiente.
So hold your hands together and we'll all go out together.
Entonces, siguen tomando las manos y vamos a hacer todo conjunto.
Bueno, quiebrala. Wildcat, join your hands to the circle over here. Go ahead, Wildcat, break the circle and just grab somebody's hand.
Right down here?
Yeah. So you grab, and then you'll be the end. Will the singer sing us out?
over here working on it. Did you get her? Did you want me to get you one? But I want to be loud. Okay.
Huh?
Got it all on
Yeah.
Hey, this is very nice.
Oh,
Wow.
So where do you live in Boston area now? A lot of people. Sounds like it's heavy for you too.
Brady Bunch and all the shows that was running at that time.
I always wanted to say this because it's common knowledge that Ike took everything, but he didn't. I learned how to survive with Ike. I learned how to perform. I learned how to cover songs and work without a record. This is what I learned. That's what I left him with, knowing that I could always work. And that's bottom line for me now. If I don't have a record, I can always get work because I'm a performer. Performer first, record artist now, singer second, you know? A lot of it was seeing Anne Margaret Olson Smith show. She had male dancers and the greatest costumes, and they performed. And she didn't have a record. I thought, well, I can do that. And I wanted to do that.
She's a quadruple threat. She sings, she dances, she acts, she writes music. I mean, she does everything.
Without a record, it's a thing to get into the hotel circle because it's difficult to get a booking from a promoter to go on the road to clubs and towns. If you get into the hotels, you go to all the big hotels and you play.
There are parallels in all aspects of our life, you know. I mean, both of us were married to really controlling men, and both of us were really frightened to leave for one reason or another, and then both of us left and had a really great life afterwards. It was rougher on Tina than it was on me because she had physical violence in her life too, and I don't think I would have been able to stand that. And I remember her coming in, and she was dressed in like beautiful silk top and pleated pants, gabardine pants, and like alligator shoes, and really she was so much of a lady, and I've got like a mouth like a sailor, and she just was really blushing and really upset every time I would, you know, say something. And I mean, we got along along great, and I really loved her, and she was really interested because I had left Sonny, and the first time I worked with Tina, she was still with Ike. And it wasn't a happy experience for her that day, I mean that week. And she really wanted to leave, but she was really frightened. And I understood a lot of what she was going through, but she was just really interesting. I thought she was going to be one way, and she's such a lady, you know.
Oh, you could not believe the reviews. It was fantastic. I had a good show. I had a good show. I didn't make a dime, but I was happy. I go to show you can't make it without money as long as you can pay the bills. That's what I was doing. I was barely paying the bills and paying my musicians and that, but we were having a wonderful time. It was a good show. I knew then that I could decide what tempos the song should be when they're still fast, but it's my tempo. Everything then was mine. All of the times on stage I felt I wanted to sing more ballads. I felt at that moment I was going to do whatever I wanted to do. I was thrilled. And I realized that it was management, that I was missing proper management. I wasn't going anywhere. I'd be in Las Vegas all my life. So then the Olivia Newton-John special came, and they said, they want you. That was the first time I saw Roger Davies.
When Tina and I started discussing it, she said, I want to play the rock halls again. I want to make records again. So what we had to do was get her back in the public eye, because the record industry in America really weren't that interested, because they thought, a lot of them still thought she was with Ike, and he didn't have the greatest reputation. So there was this sort of negative feeling at record companies. So what we started to do then was get publicity. We did a thing with 2020. We started doing shows in rock halls like the Ritz in New York, which became sort of events. As a result of that, a lot of celebrities would turn up at these shows, like Rod Stewart, and then we did a Saturday Night Live appearance with him, and then Jagger and Bowie and Keith Richards, and then after one of those shows at the Ritz, Keith invited Tina to play on some Stones dates on the 1983 tour.
I think sometimes Tina's looks and persona sometimes blinded a lot of other people who didn't, non-musicians, to the fact of what a great singer she is. In a way, for a while, it probably, detracted and probably stopped her from. It took her quite a long time to actually hit in, right in the mid-80s, before she really nailed her own thing down. Because people tended to think of Tina as like this incredible show person, and because she was, a lot of people never considered just how musical she is, and just what a great voice and how much feeling there is in there, above and beyond the obvious. Everybody knows she's a good singer, but she's an incredible singer.